right, so welcome to another episode of What's Your Story?
What's up, y'all?
And who do we have here with us today?
My name is Curtis Smith. I'm right here. I'm a realtor in the local area of Charleston, South Carolina. You know what I mean? I'm here with What's Your Story, and I can't wait to, you know what I'm saying?
Can't wait to get into it.
Yeah.
All right, so where you from, man?
I was born in Loma Linda, California, but I was raised pretty much in Columbia, South Carolina. Graduated from AC Florida High School. Started real estate probably last year. I got my license, man. 2023, I got my license. I've been going strong in real estate ever since.
Okay. So how was that feeling, man, when you know you passed that real estate test, man? You can get your license. How did that feel for you?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I cried, man. You know, the test was so challenging. Outside of me going through everything else I was going through in life, you know what I mean, the everyday struggles, being a dad, trying to raise my son, trying to make the right decisions without making the wrong decision. So it took me quite a few times to pass the test. It took me like 11 times, man, but that 11th time was a charm, man. And they gave me that pass, you know, green checks all across the board. And I got my license and signed on with a brokerage.
Yeah. What was your first big sale, man?
And my first big sale, actually, man, it was crazy. It was to my son's aunt. You know, I pretty much put on a VA loan, and I mean, I sold it. It was like $320,000.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
First one, ain't it?
First one.
How'd that feel? I know that
felt real good. It was actually, I got that deal like 2 weeks after I got my license.
Yeah.
And then my birthday followed right behind that, so it was good.
So that was your first big sale. How many houses do you believe you've showcased so far? Or just properties in general?
Oh, properties in general, man, it done been quite a few, because before I got my real estate license, I was actually flipping mobile homes in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and then pretty much wholesaling those. So getting the actual paperwork and selling houses, man, I probably done showed about at least 20 or 30 houses so far.
How was that? How was the market in Moncks Corner? Because it's just a small little town.
Yeah, man,
you know?
it's very rural out there, but I mean, it's up and coming and it's developing. So a lot of people, you know, they finding avenues and ways to buy out there, because the market is still Charleston, but you know, it's cheaper price ranges because of, you know, being a rural area.
Yeah,
and such.
So what made you want to get into real estate?
Just knowing the idea, just like teaching myself the idea of generational wealth. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon by any means, and you know, I got my son and everything now. Sometimes I used to get upset with my family to be like, man, wasn't nobody there for me. But you know, knowing that, okay, it's an avenue and it's a way that I could take to make it stronger and a positive outcome for my son, I'm gonna take it. You know, you look at a lot of different demographics. You know, I don't want to be too racial or anything like that, but you look at different demographics, and they live a platform for their kid. You know, they give their kid everything, but when they gone, they got wealth. They're not just rich; they actually wealthy. And I figured real estate would have been the best way to do that.
Yeah. Great answer. Hey, boy, you was ready for this one. In your opinion, what city is the best market for real estate in this current moment? In the state of America, what city?
City, honestly, despite the saturation, I would definitely say Charleston, because you got to think about it. Everybody up north, they moving down to Charleston. You know, we got 3 colleges here in Charleston, and I mean, the taxes and everything here is cheaper in Charleston. So the influx of people, we got a lot of great jobs here and everything too. So Charleston is a very, very promising market for real estate.
Yeah. I got something to add on to what you said, just from my own opinion. I lived in Philly for like a couple of years, maybe even 1 year with my older brother. Right. And I remember our neighbor used to always say, man, I can't wait to move to the South. I feel like a lot of Northerners had that same mindset, because I lived in Philadelphia, and that was my first time seeing like row houses or people living on top of each other, or just people all in one general area, but it's like a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? So those guys, they like dream of land, dream of front yards and stuff like that.
Right.
I know me, I used to feel bad for the kids. They had to play football on the street. They had no fields, just by their houses. It's a street, you feel me? So that's something I had to add on to that. So I can definitely relate to that, because I've experienced that myself.
Love.
Yeah. All right. So what advice do you have for someone that wants to pursue real estate?
Don't give up. I mean, I know that's kind of cliche moment, you know, everybody say don't give up, but I mean, I really mean don't give up. I literally gave up everything. I lost everything. I lost my apartment, lost my car. I mean, lost everything, but I didn't give up, because at the end of the tunnel, it's always a light, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's up to us to make the decision if we're going to pivot or if we're going to stay steadfast and plant our feet and stand up for what we believe in. You know, a lot of people say they standing on business nowadays because of T.I.'s son, but it was a point in time, you know, we ain't had no choice but to stand on business if we wanted what we wanted out of life. So if you really want to go with real estate, I mean, I say definitely do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whatever support you need from me, I'll give it to you because I'm still getting support from people that, you know, I ask the questions. And then one thing too about real estate, I always ask the questions. And a lot of realtors like to say disclose, disclose, disclose. If you don't know something, say you don't know something and you'll find out. But if you know it, please give it up, you know?
Yeah. And spread it. Yeah.
For sure.